Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Tyson Brando with the Brando Group here in Hamilton, and I create educational videos to help buyers and sellers navigate the challenging process of buying and selling in the city I call home, Hamilton, and the surrounding area. Today, I'd like to talk about a few things that have been recently in the news and how that has been affecting what's going on right now in the real estate market. So 3 things you may have seen. First thing, Bank of Canada has held the overnight rate at 4.5%, meaning that for the time being, they're just kind of having that hold, wait and see attitude to see whether or not further rate increases will be needed. What does that do? That feeds into buyer confidence that the rate increases, if any, will not be that substantial. The second thing in the news has been that inflation has continued to fall. We're now at 4.3%, getting closer and closer to that desired target 2%, which also gives buyers more confidence knowing that the inflation is heading in the right direction and we might be in for more of a soft landing. The third thing has to do with real estate directly, and that as the warmer weather has been coming around, buyers have been re-entering the market, but sadly, not many sellers have been. This is not a story that needs repeating, but during the pandemic, it was much of the same. There was always a supply and demand issue with more buyers entering the market than there were sellers. So there's an article here we can see. I'll share my screen with you. Beyond Toronto, home buyers are finding less choice and higher prices. So another thing that's been happening for years now is that many buyers have been leaving Toronto to the outskirts in search of cheaper properties. And Hamilton, Burlington, Brantford, and Niagara have been those areas that many people have been coming to. Now, the article brings out here that we are currently seeing a drought in the real estate listing department. This mainly spoke about the Kitchener-Waterloo, Cambridge area, but definitely we're finding the same thing here in Hamilton. And if we scroll down here, new listings are at a 20-year low. So sellers are just a little leery to put their homes on the market, maybe for a number of reasons. Maybe that they are unsure of what they could afford, they're nervous, they think their houses aren't going to sell for enough money, whether they were going to retire and cash out, that they're not going to get enough money for their house. So there's a number of reasons, but for one reason or another, listings are not coming back to the market quick enough, but buyers are. They're coming back in droves. We've seen this just in the last couple days with a few of our listings that compared to a month and a half ago, the interest has gone out of control again. We had 4 offers on one listing. We had 8 on another. We've heard stories in Hamilton of 16. What does this mean for you buyers? Well, it means that we've likely hit the bottom. Many were hoping for a much larger correction, for prices to drop more substantially, but it doesn't look like that is going to be the case unless we see some big events happen in the near future. But as it stands right now, we're looking like we're kind of more at the bottom of the market, and we've in fact started to go back up. So if you're thinking about buying and you've been waiting on the sidelines, I would suggest that maybe, if the time is right for you, don't wait much longer, as we have started to see those prices increase a fair bit. Now, what does that mean for you as a seller? Well, it means that it could be a good time for you to sell. If this is what you've been mulling over, you've been thinking about doing this for a while, with the lack of inventory we're currently seeing, it could be a good time to sell. Does this mean that you may or may not make more money down the road if you hold out? Absolutely. But no one knows that for sure. If you're buying and selling at the same time, you're doing so in the same market. So along with that comes its own unique challenges based on each situation, which you can get into that more in a conversation that we'd be happy to have with you. But just know that right now, if you're thinking about selling, it's not a bad time, as prices and interest have gone up. So that's all I have to report today. It's good news for sellers. It's in a way good news for buyers because it means that interest rates are not looking like they're going to be going up. Actually, I got a call recently that some interest rates have been cut a little bit, be a little bit more attractive. So don't rule out that this could be a good time to buy as well. That's all I have for today. If you like this channel, if you like this information, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel. It'll help us get more content out to more people, and we really do appreciate that. Again, I'm Tyson Brando with RE/MAX Escarpment. Till next time, take care.